A minimalist makeup look with no blush as Matilda's second white wedding guest makeup look. Matilda wanted a nude makeup look that will create the illusion that she doesn't have makeup on, but she actually does have makeup on. So we are going to create a skin base that will be very neutral, like a no makeup look. I did her makeup a few days ago and it lasted. She loved it. So she wanted to know the products that I use, which is completely fine by me because I share with my clients if they want to know the product list. So I did that for Matilda, and then I'm starting off on her base. So the base we are creating is going to be lightweight, like I said, like a no makeup look. She wanted the 2016-2018 kind of base work that does not have blush but is well contoured with highlight. So we are creating that base from a couple of years ago. So I brightened her under eyes with a concealer, then I blended it out. Prior to this makeup appointment, she had her hair appointment which got delayed, so I had to rush through the makeup look, but then I was very keen on the brief because I wanted the brief to come out exactly how she wanted for the event. So I applied all of her cream work, and at this point I'm adding on her base and contouring her, but then you can see that her skin is still looking like skin, like the face match to the body is perfection, almost as though she doesn't have anything on her face, but she actually does have makeup and it's just matched perfectly. So I contoured her, then I proceeded to warm up her skin a little bit with bronzer because I'm not going to use blush in this makeup look. So for those clients that don't want blush on their makeup look, it's completely fine. You just have to say that you don't want blush at all, and then I'm going to create a look that will suit you beautifully without the use of blush. So I did that. I powdered her entire face because I was going for the matte finish as well. I catered for her oily skin through the prep, but during the base work I'm going to use products that will cater for her oily skin and give her that matte finish that will not be greasy at the end of the day. So I did that for her base, and I'm contouring her nose just a little bit. Matilda has very beautiful features, so we're just going to enhance it a little bit. I bronzed up her skin as much as I'm not going to use blush, but I still want her face to have that warmth in it, at the same time contoured, and then have the illusion of like a makeup no makeup look kind of effect. So at this point I went back in to brighten her under eyes a little bit further because I wanted her under eyes to have just the right amount of highlight. So I did her setting spray to melt down all of that powder, and I just want you to take a moment to look at her skin. Like, it looks so beautiful, just fresh, gorgeous. And then I went back into bake her under eye. So if you are quite familiar with 2016-2018, there's a lot of baking, but for her I'm just going to bake slightly just to brighten her under eyes. And I went back into dust off a little bit of the baked powder and then onto her eyes. The brief she sent me had like a no eyeshadow effect with a very smudged out wing liner, so I'm going to add on just the tiniest amount of eyeshadow. It might look as though I'm not putting eyeshadow on her, but I'm actually putting eyeshadow. She took off the band, and then you can see the perfection in the skin match. I didn't have to do too much to fill in the hairline because her skin was properly matched with the products that I used. So I just used a small blending brush just to blend out the edges a little bit more and add a little bit of powder on it, and that was it. Back onto the eye. So I added a little bit of brown, just the tiniest amount, at her outer V corner, blended it out, and I went back in with a very nude shade of beige just to tap on her lid because we wanted the eyeshadow to also look as though she doesn't have a lot going on, but something just enough to make her eyes pop. So I did that, and I went back in with the same brush I used to blend her crease color just to tone it down a little bit whilst blending around it to remove any harsh lines. And then basically that was all I did for the main lid color, then onto the liner. So the brief she sent had a wing liner that was smudged and blended out, so I used a black gel liner to wing out the eyes. Then with a very detailing brush I had to smoke it out. Her wing liner came out beautiful and perfect, but then it had to be smudged, so I used the detailing brush just to smudge it out. Then I did her under eye. She has sensitive eyes, so we had to stop, and then I finished off the rest of her makeup. My tripod broke down, unfortunately, I couldn't record the lips for you guys. But then onto the rest of the base work, we are adding highlighter. She requested for highlighter, which was very important to her, so I added this highlighter from e.l.f., which made her skin look super glowy and nice, at the same time making it look as though the highlight was coming from her, you know, skin. So I did the other side of her face at the highest point of her cheek, and then a little bit on her nose, the under her chin, and then the bridge of her nose. I put the highlighter there. And you know, 2016, 2018, there was a lot of this highlighter going on, so we're going to create that effect, but not too much that it will blend into the current trends as well. She looked and then she requested for more. I did that. She has sensitive eyes, so she did her own mascara, and basically that was it for Matilda. She came back after the mascara, and I added the first layer of fixing spray, and I went in with a second layer of another fixing spray, and then the third layer. This makeup is going nowhere. So this was Matilda before I did her makeup. She has very beautiful clear skin, and then this was her after. It's giving the perfect neutral makeup, no makeup look. Like she has makeup on, but it looks just like her skin. A little bit smoky, a little bit nude eyes, and nude lips. Everything was just clean and perfect. She loved her look. This was her full fit. I couldn't take a lot of videos, but then this was her 360 of the full fit in the reception. She looked absolutely gorgeous. So if you are into this kind of makeup look, send me a message as a bride or as a guest, and I'll see you in my next video.